It's been 12 years since Europa Universalis 4 was released, EU5 is already announced, it's clear that there are no more updates or DLCs planned for EU4 as it's been over a year since Winds of Change. But one thing about EU4 that is not going to die is the modding community. There are insanely deep and flavor-rich mods that you can basically explore endlessly. One of the most flavorful mods just recently got a massive update with mission trees being reworked, new ones being added, new provinces and events being added, and so much more that it would take me literally ages to list all the additions. I would say continue watching the video and try the mod yourself. It's available right now on Steam Workshop. You will find the link in the video description. I will be playing and showing you the content that is now available for the nation of Armenia, a nation that is facing a super difficult period at the beginning of the campaign. It's a difficult start. We begin with the fall of the Kingdom of Armenia. This will make us lose one stability and we will have a crisis disaster. This is not only a negative thing at the beginning of our campaign, because we also are hit with crumbling central authority reducing land force limit modifier, Lord of the Georgians reducing yearly prestige and legitimacy, and economy in disarray reducing trade efficiency and goods produced modifier. Apart from that, we also start with the privilege exorbitant taxation. This one increases unrest by 3, but the good thing is that it gives you tax modifier plus 20%, and this is our main source of income in early game. We get more money from taxation than production and trade combined. So I'm going to keep this even though we could remove it. Our estate setup is going to be pretty much standard, except that there are some new estate privileges that I want to show you, such as religious festivities, increased divine tributes. They are not OP, trust me. They're very situational, to be honest. For example, divine tributes. This is scaled with land ownership, and at 23% it reduces your stab cost modifier by 23%. Tolerance of true faith is increased by nearly 1, but you lose tolerance of heretics and heathens by 2 points. So this means it's not a good privilege to have if you have a lot of different religion provinces, because you will have rebel problems. If you're converting a lot of provinces at once, it might be worth to get Office of the Faith, but it's very expensive, 10% crown lands, and then again you also lose loyalty equilibrium for 2 estates. I really like some of these kagakatsi, or otherwise known as nobility privileges, such as allow hereditary titles. Once again, it's not OP. It increases minimum autonomy by 10, you lose 5% crown lands, you get -1 unrest and plus 15% tax modifier, but for me, most importantly, this is going to make us not lose stability on monarch death, and our monarch is super old, he's very bad, so we're just going to try and get rid of him as fast as possible. We're going to make him a general, and it seems he's trash at everything he does. So we're taking this, and we're also going to take assign grand offices for yearly legitimacy, because we're losing 2 every year. Apart from that, I'm just going to take some privileges that will increase our loyalty. We can take strong duchies because we have 2 subjects, 2 personal unions, right of council, supremacy. And for the Asnevs, I also want to take one specific privilege that is promote individual guilds, goods produced modifier plus 10% for 5% crown lands. I think it's worth it, although it does increase your influence by quite a bit. Let's get bookkeeping, let's get even more tax modifiers, so we're stacking this quite a bit. We have 3 privileges granting us tax. We cannot take the indebted to the Asnev loans, and this is because we have the economy in disarray modifier, so we pretty much need to get rid of this somehow. I'm not sure how, probably through our missions I would guess, but we need to. And speaking of the missions, this is our mission tree. Look at this, guys. This is huge. Down here, we have missions related to pretty much economy. Vineyard expansion, we need to get 16 more development in wine producing provinces, and this will give us a super nice reward. We have economic revitalization, we have restored the trade routes, and at the beginning we have Artashiad crisis. This one is going to be automatically completed once we finish the disaster, and then we will talk about these following missions a bit more. What might interest you is Hellenic influence. That's right. We have the Hellenic religion. This gives us idea cost reduction, culture conversion time reduction, and cost is reduced by 10% as well. And Hellenic religion in this mod also has a system that is just like the Pope system in the base game. You have the influence, you can get bonuses, you can buy indulgence, and this is just for Hellenic nations. As you can see, there's only 5 of us right now. Yes, that's right. Let's not forget to summon the diet. I would actually like to get some claims through this, and we can get it. We're going to sell titles since we cannot take the loans and seize lands. Alright, since we got that out of the way, let's go to national decisions. We have a bunch of unique stuff here as well. Enable legend mode. Assuming there is not already a living legend in the world, whenever a new ruler ascends to power in an AI controlled nation, there is a chance they will gain the trait. Would be interesting to find out what this trait is, so I'm going to pass it. Remove all migratory natives. This is reminding me of Antebellum. There's such a feature there as well, and I like it. It makes your game basically a bit faster. Toggle same color subject mode. Okay, we're going to select all subjects, and this should make them have the same color as us. That's right. Mods like Europa Expanded also have this feature, and I really like it, to be honest. Now let's consult the Oracle, and we have 5 different options, and some of these actually, it says that they will come at the price, and I don't like this. What price? We already have quite a bad situation, so maybe let's not gamble too much. I'm gonna go with Traditional Prophecy to see what this does. And Recall Diaspora over here also would give us a bonus of culture conversion cost. It does cost 50 Dibla points, so basically you want to get this once you're ready to culture convert a lot of provinces at once. We can use this later on. This mod has unique idea groups such as Liberty, Assimilation, and Firepower. I am a huge fan of Firepower, I gotta say, from looking at what they give you. This totally sold me. Artillery barrage cost minus 50%. I tend to barrage a lot. I love this. It also gives you movement speed, siege ability, which you can further stack with offensive, and honestly all these new idea sets have just insanely good ideas. Assimilation has stuff like aggressive expansion reduction, goods produce modifier, even more culture conversion cost can be found here, so you can stack this modifier like crazy, especially if you combine this with religious, let's say, because religious also has a 25%. And the policy is not bad too. With assimilation, this will give you an additional missionary, so you can convert everything: religion, culture. Liberty ideas is very weird, I gotta say, because this is the only idea set in the game that will give you a military modifier. You have morale of armies plus 10% with an admin group idea. But overall, it's very good. You have admin efficiency, you have national unrest reduction, construction time reduction, dev cost. It would seem like an idea group that you would want to pick if you go for infrastructure as well, because you can stack some construction related modifiers. Let's talk advisors. Let's go for military first. We have discipline, which I am going to pick. And then we also have advisors like Army Jill Gain modifier. So there's new advisors for all the groups as well. This is a better example if we go into the diplomatic one. We have Splendor, Goods Produce modifier, and even average monarch lifespan. Let's say you get a 666 ruler. You would surely go for this advisor, right? I'm gonna go with Goods Produce modifier. And for the admin one, I would love to get stab cost, but we can go for monthly autonomy change. And maybe this mod has it, I don't know, but it would be cool if there were unique events related to the types of advisors that you have. Let's say like you have in the base game Radical Reforms event. So maybe Goods Produced plus monthly autonomy change could have something like that. If you guys have played this mod before and this mod does have something like this, then let me know in the comments. Enough yapping, let's get into action. We can get the Tabaristan Company, and I'm simply getting this because of the 5 shock general. This is going to take 27 days. I think it's worth it. It's better than the free company for us. We're going to start improving relations with our subjects right away. The Oracle is back, and he's going to give us increased improved relations. 30% until the death of our ruler. So that's actually going to be quite nice. I like it. Also prestige and Diplo rep. And guys, it is the 11th of December, so we're going to start our war. And Colchidos allied Avaria. I'm still gonna go for it because we need Colchidos provinces to progress with the missions. It's not the worst alliance they could have gotten, like Avaria is not that strong, they have 8,000. But we will definitely need to regain some morale, and we will need our subjects to join us, so we're probably going to wait a little bit until engaging in any battles. But let's set them as our rivals first, and let's declare before they ally anybody else. Okay, we're good. We have the subjects backing us up. This guy can escape, and I will immediately go after Avaria because they have a 0 shock general. Oh, this should be a really good battle for us. This should be fantastic. Yes, the crisis is beginning. It sucks. We will lose more stability, and we will have a bunch of rebels now, I believe. Check this out, man. We have increased national unrest by 4 and stab cost modifier plus 50%. This is bad. And to end this disaster, we need to complete Eternal Kingdom mission. But before we can do it, we need these 3 missions over here, starting with Secure Vanite Loyalty and ending with Reorganized Army. Now, can we chase this guy? Probably not. Oh god, this is 9 rebels or losing 10% Crownland. So we're gonna go with the rebels, obviously. We cannot chase him, but wait. The rebels are going to spawn in Oltu, which is the province where these guys are in. Hello there. How are you doing? I hope you enjoy this. Oh, this is fantastic. I love it. Alright, we beat up the rebels, and now I'm gonna go straight after Avaria because we badly need to get them out of this war. More rebels, more rebels. Oh god. I think I'm gonna start ignoring them after we beat these up. And guys, let's begin boosting our stability back up. Let's get this to -1 at least. Alright, that's good. +1 stability, I'll take that. Well, this fort is taking long, but we finally got it. I really want to take these guys' money. And as you can see, the peace deal window is different. It's much larger, and I really like it because you don't need to scroll to see everything. We don't need that much to take war reparations. I'm actually going to take a little bit less money and war reps. We have a new ruler, and the privilege that we took paid off. We didn't lose stability. I absolutely love it. Alright, this guy has yearly legitimacy trait as well, so we're finally on the positive. Our enemy is back. Get out of here, you dog. How about we get another one of these oracles? I really like the traditional prophecy. Nice, this time we actually get national unrest reduction. Now that's gonna be annoying. A level 3 fort over here. Alright guys, we got their capital, so that's good news. And this war is finished, we can take a full peace deal. So there we go, our first expansion. Because we completed it before the Georgian uprising happened, we get the event Fate of the Georgians. We lose one of the negative modifiers that we had, Lord of the Georgians, which reduced our yearly prestige and legitimacy. We get permaclaims, and we also get a subjugation on Alarion. And these guys are currently fighting Avaria, so they will probably expand a little bit. If we want to go for subjugation, it would be a pretty good moment, I think. Let's complete this. Now, we have two options. We can spawn 10 pretender regiments. The Georgians will be crushed. Or we can release Georgia as an independent state, make them a vassal, and Georgians will no longer rise up against us. I like the fact that we would have less rebels, at least this is implied. And I also like the idea of releasing them because this will allow us to complete yet another mission. So I'm gonna select the first option. And now guys, we can complete flexible diplomacy, which is gonna give us a super nice advisor. And I'm going to immediately get them. Georgia doesn't like us that much, but we can placate them. Sure, let's do that once. Oh, this is a nice general, 5 shock, I'll take that. Gotta kill some remaining rebels and then we can go for yet another war. These guys, they got an alliance. What even is this nation, man? Oh, is this one province minor? And he doesn't have any other allies. We border him. Well, we don't technically border him, but he's next to our subject. I think I'm gonna go for this subjugation casus belli. Let's do it. Stake him out. Dude, I hate our subjects. Why are you doing this? Just stick to my army. Why do you do your separate operations? He's continuously getting owned. Alright, we can annex this dude. Thank you so much for the province. It's a nice trade center. And honestly, I would love to finish this war without killing Alarion's army so that we could, or they could keep it because they will become our subjects. It would be nice for them to have an army. More rebels, oh god, we just keep killing them and there's more and more and more. But this actually allows us to complete a mission because we have 30 army tradition after beating them up so many times. So we get morale of armies, land maintenance modifier, his bonuses will last for 15 years and we get 50 mill points. I'll take that. Dude, we just need to reduce the liberty desire of our 2 personal union members, and this will allow us to do another one and finally finish the disaster. We also won 10 battles now, so we can complete warrior people, more army tradition, and appoint Meliks to Signak's estate privilege now gives additional 10% manpower in same culture group provinces. It's this privilege right here, and I don't want to take it simply because we have such a high influence of Kagakatsi right now. Maybe we can get it later, but we also want to have some space for integration policy. Unfortunately, we will have to fight these guys because otherwise we cannot get enough war score, which sucks. Or maybe we can, let's see. Nah, that's not enough, we need to kill them. And there we go, the war is done. Now the worst thing is that this is going to be a ton of aggressive expansion. We already have a tiny coalition forming, so we cannot really afford to have any more wars after this. And I suppose this is mainly because they took some provinces. This is 16 development that they additionally got. So yeah, that's a big vassal. And I don't know how we're going to keep them in check, to be honest, but we're going to try and do that. Alright, we can develop this a couple of times. We can get more crownlands, so this is going to reduce the liberty desire a little bit. I'm once again going to placate Georgia. Oh, this area is dog shit. That's bad. Yeah, we have a little bit of a coalition going on. That's unfortunate. I think it's a good time for us to try and find some alliances. Not many nations would like to ally us right now, but we can try and get someone like Macedonia. These guys are also Hellenic, so it should not be too big of an issue to try and get this alliance, considering they don't hate us. We also have level 4 mill technology, so this should reduce the liberty desire. There we go. Actually, let me develop one of this guy's provinces. Let's say this... Oh, this is all mountains, right? Anyways, let's spend some development over here. And This way, we are done. Secure, Vanite, loyalty. We get Diplo annexation cost minus 10% for 10 years and years for personal union integration minus 40. So this means we will be able to integrate these subjects so much faster. Because now we completed these 3 missions, we have the Eternal Kingdom, we end the disaster, we get back 1 stability, and we will enact Armenian monarchy tier 1 government reform, which is going to give us tolerance of heathens +1 and manpower in same culture group provinces +15%. And what we had before is diminished Armenian monarchy, which is reducing our yearly prestige and reduces all estates loyalty equilibrium. So this is a huge upgrade. How cool is that, man? We also get perma-claims on all provinces in Armenian culture group, so this is what we have for the claims now. There's another stability point, and we're maxed out now. We still have economy in disarray. I thought we got rid of all of these negative modifiers, but apparently we need to complete economic revitalization for that, and our inflation has to be less than 1%, we need no loans, and we need income of at least 9.48 ducats. And we only have like a half of it right now, so we kinda need to up our economy game. Well, that's a good event. Considering we had a small coalition, that's going to help. Dude, what the hell happened to Egypt? I've just noticed they're being invaded by like 5 different nations at once. What in the world is this? And they actually have a different name now, Kemet. Well, it's 5 different wars, but if we're talking nations, that's like 12 nations or so at once. Holy crap, these guys are in the worst position ever. And I thought we were having a hard time. I'm actually going to start allying some of these random nations in Anatolia just because we can. It's a little bit of a help, and it's not like we border any of their allies, so there's no issue with that. We're not really clashing any interests. For example, this guy is allied with a nation that borders Macedonia, which I don't really care about, so we can ally them too. Maybe that's gonna sway away some of these guys entering the coalitions in the future. And we definitely need to replace our army. We have this mercenary, he has no more manpower, so we're going to get some additional regular units now. Macedonia loves us, guys. Let's go. Now we have a really good alliance. And we have too many alliances, to be fair, but it's not a big of a deal because we're going to start integrating our subjects shortly. More tax modifier, I don't mind it. We don't really have any Athenian influence anyways. Or maybe we do, we just got 10, alright. But we don't have any active demi-archons, which is, I suppose, like the cardinals. Guys, interestingly, Tabaristan, no allies, only 8,000 units. I think we gotta go, I think we gotta do something, even though we have a high aggressive expansion right now. We're not just going to sit here. Give me all your stuff. I'm gonna try and min-max here a little bit at least because we're very low on manpower, so we're going to only siege with 7 units. Okay, you know what? I would rather have tech cost minus 5% than the missionary strength. Sure, we can lose that 1 stability, no big deal. Okay guys, I'm liking this so far, we're doing good. We're in the meantime improving relations with all the nations that we're not going to attack next, so at least we can avoid the collision for a little bit. We have access to tier 2 government reform, and there's a couple of unique ones. Noble adventures, land attrition minus 10%, mercenary manpower is increased by 25%, and hiring mercenary companies increases loyalty of nobility by 3%. Seems like a very good way to boost up to loyalty if you need to revoke some privileges. Definitely not a bad one, but I'm gonna go with this one. Hellenistic nobility, reducing idea cost and advisor costs by 10%, so this is great. Haven't fought a single battle yet, we have 86% war score. I'm gonna be taking as much money of these guys as possible, and actually, if we take stuff summon up to 100 aggressive expansion, we still barely have a tiny coalition happening, and we can make Baluchistan not join this one easily. Alright, there we go. We can finish this. This is going to be a nice chunk of money as well, and a massive expansion for us, which now lets us complete Armenia Indivisible. For 25 years we get super good modifiers for manpower and morale damage, and permaclaims on Caucasia region. Looks like we will need to set up an arrival in Anatolia, as we are required to attack our neighbors next. And alright, let's fix up our situation a little bit. We can start integrating both of our personal unions, and we can select new units, Greek militia. These are renamed, like we have Eastern Phalanx, Anatolian Infantry. I kinda like it. Now, before I forget, also let's concentrate development, because this is going to be pretty expensive for us to core, isn't it? It's actually very cheap. And why is it so? I actually wasn't paying too much attention, but these provinces now have like only 3 development and up to 6 development, so they must have had different values than from the base game. It seems like these provinces are less developed. think I'm gonna exploit some tax development because we need to start repaying loans. We had quite a few of those and we haven't been selling titles. Maybe we will do that as well. But for now, I'm trying to survive without doing it. Oh, that is interesting. We actually don't have the development reduction edict. However, we have some unique stuff. We have local organizations, and I suppose we can use these to reduce the development cost if we want to. Macedonia needs our help. I'm gonna help them because I need these guys. We're going to attack Persia in the near future, and Macedonia would be able to help us. So it's a super important alliance for us to keep. And actually, let's not forget to get this privilege. We need integration policy. One of our subjects is still very rebellious, but hopefully we can fix this by the time the truce expires because it's still a truce until 1465, so we got 6 years for that. I was gonna say I would actually help these guys, but we have more important problems like our rebels. Alright guys, both of our subjects have been integrated, so now we can complete the Eastern Threat. Actually, this is not a mission related to that, but we can do this one as well, so we're gonna get permaclaims. And the Giant of the East, Persia shall fall. We have 10 years to conquer at least 20 provinces in the Persia region. Failing to do so will lead to penalties, but should we succeed, the rewards will be substantial. We would be getting for 10 years also province war score cost minus 20% and aggressive expansion impact minus 10. Or we can choose to be slow and steady and get 50 diplo points, but without anything to do with Persia. We gotta take the risk, right? Now, I'm just not sure if we can take 20 provinces in one war. It's for sure that the development has been nerfed here because I can see most of these provinces have like 6, 4, 5 development even. But in the Persia region, what do we have here? We have a little bit of an establishment, but that's like 7 or 8 provinces that we got. So I'm not sure if we can take everything in one war, but we gotta try. Especially with this modifier with province war score cost, we might be able to do it. Oh crap, after we integrated our boys, our soldiers are over there. Need to get these guys back. And now this is the mission related to our subjects. We get 10 prestige, simply. If we would have had the modifier annex subjects, it would be removed, but we didn't get it because of our privilege, so there we go. Holy crap guys, Macedonia has a massive army. Oh, they should be pretty good for the upcoming war with Persia. And their millions of subjects, apparently. Okay, they finished their own war. I want to wait for this, so let's wait until November. Alright, we can sell titles, seize lands, exploit more tax development. We can start repaying some of these loans. It's still not fully repaid, but maybe after the Persian war we can do that. There is a nation that would share knowledge to us, and Macedonia has it, so I'm going to take it from them because I need this. I was going to take this a little bit more expensively, but we can embrace Renaissance first and then go for the level 5. Without any further delay, Macedonia doesn't want to join distant war and they're in debt. Oh god, so they're not going to join after all. Well, we gotta go for it anyways. I'm gonna take some additional morale of armies with the expansion zealotry privilege. Let's develop this a couple of times. Boom, there we go. I mean, at least a couple of their subjects won't be joining because apparently Persia needs to have favors with them. These are unique subjects, they're not just vassals, they're called satrapies. So I suppose it's like a weaker form of a vassal. Alright, let's see what they're made of. Can we separate piece these guys? And the answer is yes, we can. So we might as well just focus these subjects first. Let's go after Tabaristan. It's 25 aggressive expansion. Shouldn't be the death of us, right? Or do we just go with the white piece? I'm gonna go with the white piece, and then next war we can take this down for less aggressive expansion. Two of a kind. Our tug-of-war Erectly has impressed many men and women at court. Oh nice, his friend becomes an advisor at court with skill 2 national scientist, 50% cheaper advisor. We cannot really afford that anyway, so I'm just gonna go with the admin points. Man, I wish we could get the siege ability guy, but let's go with the cav combat ability advisor. We do have 4 cavalry units, so it's a little bit helpful. He's just standing there menacingly with like 34,000 units in total. Let's check the ledger real quick. So we got more morale and the same discipline. I honestly don't think we have a big advantage here, even though we have 5 shock, but if our guy could come back, please join us. We could go for this battle. I'm gonna engage anyways. I'm gonna go after this 5,000. Hopefully he's gonna get out of the siege and hopefully not get it at 14%. Okay, he didn't. So he's probably not going to abandon this, right? Yeah, because he has such a high progress already. Now, if our vassal, this stupid vassal, if he could come back, it would be easy, but now I don't know. Alright, he's gonna fight here. I'm going in. I'm going in. We need to... Oh god, no way. We might do this anyways. Oh god, we might win this, but we did. But they got the fort. How annoying is that, man? How annoying. It took 400 days to get this fort back. It's so disgusting. And we're pretty much forced. We have to go for level 6, even though it's a bit more expensive, because we need this boost. We badly need it. I'm gonna try and hide from him for a little bit, because we're gonna upgrade our units, at least the cavalry ones. And now we should be able to easily win 1 versus 1 battles. Let's see what he's made of. 22,000. We're going in with 18k. We're doing massive damage. He's not even joining. We got rid of like 11,000 soldiers, which is not bad. We can go for our first privilege now, Justified Wars. There's unique privileges for Macedonia, I see, for Saxony and Suebi. And also Persia has one with insane Persian diplomats. That's pretty cool. Too bad we don't have one. We are able to peace out most of his subjects. There's only Termes left, and this is looking decent, although our subject is still not happy, so I'm going to placate him twice, and now he's good. It's a massive vassal after all. And we can peace out this guy. We have 78%. Maybe we should just finish it here. This has been going on for quite a long time now. We lost a lot of units. He lost a lot of units. He's only got 4k with no manpower, but it was quite an expensive war for us. So guys, I will be taking this, which is a massive peace deal. 400 ducats is going to help us revive our economy. We can immediately embrace Renaissance, which is a good start, and get level 5 technology. Now for the first idea group, honestly, maybe let's try assimilation. I really like the fact that we would be getting worse cost versus other religions, and there are some very cool policies with this one. All right, let's go for this. What do we got here? Hellenic influence. So our ruler gets 1 diplo point, and we get for 20 years idea cost minus 10%, as well as reform progress growth plus 10%. That's cool. Check this out, guys. Because we have 80 ducats, our ruler has at least 1 of the free skills of at least level 5 and ruled for at least 60 months. Commission a biography. We will be able to commission a writer to produce this biography in the following event. We can change our mind or pay 80 ducats. This biography will be produced to a fine quality and will take a long amount of time to produce. We will get a certain event in 180 to 270 days. Let's see what this is about. And where's our huge reward for conquering so much of Persia? Because we have like 22 or 23 provinces in the Persian region now. But anyways, we concentrated a little bit of development, and it seems this way we were able to upgrade our vineyards. So vineyard expansion is here. We get 57 ducats, and we unlock a decision to expand the vineyards, giving us bonuses in up to 5 wine producing provinces. Let's get this first idea. This is going to give us missionary strength versus heathens plus 3%. And we can start converting, sure. Ah, there we go, guys. Success in Persia. So we get 250 ducats. Lightning conquest will now be removed from Armenia. This was the modifier that gave us province worker cost. It was 20%, but it was a timed modifier. And now we get until the end of the game glorious conquests with 10%. You know what? This was definitely not a lie. This is a great reward. We're now actually one of the great powers, and we're in the 5th place, so we're doing quite good. Interestingly, Sweden is one of the great powers. They don't look that massive. Norway looks much bigger than them, but I suppose they are quite strong. They have 19k units. We have Jutland instead of Denmark over here, and they're very weak. In comparison, Gaul is, I guess, the equivalent of France with 50,000. That's pretty crazy. And in this window, I actually noticed one thing. We have 5 different hegemons. So not only economic, naval, and military, but also religious and cultural. I think this one, the religious one, has quite a sick bonus. Worsker cost versus other religions minus 10. And when you're maxed out, you get years of separatism minus 10, as well as tolerance of true faith and manpower in true faith provinces 20%, and maximum plus 1 missionary. Cultural one increases your max effect of absolutism. Some interesting stuff here. Macedonia is like, we gotta fight another war. Sure, buddy. I hope you guys enjoyed this preview of Post Finem, and if you did, make sure to click the like button, subscribe. See you next time. Much love to tier 1 YouTube members AV, MangyMinotaur, ScaldabagnoBlu, Kutay, mickw, Nikolas, Cyberkonstapeln, tier 2 members Whale Biologist, Lazar, RogueRhino, and tier 3 member Gökalp. I'm very grateful for your support.